how do we understand who God is? How do I see God? Well, look at a child. They're trusting. They're willing to follow wherever you go because they have nothing else to work with, because they've never been in life long enough to have any experience or any kind of learning or gaining any kind of worldly knowledge. So they completely and utterly depend on you for food and to be bathed and to, all their needs to be taken care of. This is how we should see God when we come to understand who God is. God has really made it simple for you to know who He is. He's made it clear in scriptures. And I don't like to use scriptures, but for those people that read Bibles, I'll use them. But in the scriptures, it says that those who love one another are the children of God, and those who hear His voice are the children of God. Who is God? Well, God is love. And that love that you have in you comes from God, because God says that He loved us first. And so we had no love without Him. So that love that is in you is truly the Spirit of God. And this is how you can simply understand who He is without complicating your whole life by trying to study and to read in books and going to college to see who God is, because God has always been with you ever since you were old enough to think for yourself, because God is the moral compass that guides us into doing what is good and what is right. And everybody has one of these. As it says in the scriptures, that God died, His Son, Christ died on the cross so that the law may be fulfilled within us, so that nothing written would have to be used to have an understanding through our corrupted brain, our corrupted flesh that perishes and that is confused and has constraints. But see, the Holy Spirit is perfect, and it has never been touched by human hands. And the temple it dwells in has not been built with human hands. It was built by our loving and wonderful Father who is in heaven. All these things that I'm speaking to you are to make it simple for you, so that you don't have to go look for God in church or look for God in a book, because God is within you, and it is that love and that compassion that you get to enjoy. Everybody in the world gets to enjoy the fruits of God's Spirit, because it is for the righteous and the unrighteous. It's for everybody. But it does not profit you anything if you don't dwell in it. If you don't dwell in the love of God, you can't laugh. If you don't dwell in the love of God, there's no truth. If you don't dwell in the love of God, there's no hope. You see, and when you don't dwell in this Spirit, on this vine, the vine of God, which supplies all this spiritual nourishment and this food, these are gifts. Your happiness is a gift. Your love is a gift. Your patience is a gift. It's a spiritual gift that comes from God. And how we receive these spiritual gifts is we recognize the love in us as God. And then we graft ourselves to it, and we allow the love of God to be the hand in our life to guide us. All we do is reach for that hand and grab it, and then it guides you through your life. It doesn't take work to be guided or to surrender to it. But you first have to get rid of all your ideologies and all the knowledge that you have obtained through your life up here, and everything that everyone else has taught you all your life. That is surrendering. That is to hate your life, because your life that you trust in and believe in now, that is in this world, it only brings death. There's no life in it. The life is within you, and that is the love and truth of God. It resides in you. It dwells in you. And you need to dwell back in it. You need to fuse yourself to it in order to profit from the Spirit of God. And this is how you enter the kingdom of heaven, is by giving up not fighting, surrendering, not to defend yourself against the Lord, because the Lord is not against you. In fact, He is for you. The things of the world are against you. But you see, you've put your faith in the world, and it always lets you down. And so you build up these walls, and then you choke out the Spirit at the same time. You know, the child in you that was there before you were taught and learned by everybody in the world, and you trying to teach yourself things, was perfect, because this child that was in you that was of love and truth is truly God's Spirit. And this is what we need to cling to and hold on to have a relationship with God. Everything external is used against you because it's corrupted. It is of carnality. It's prideful. It's muddied. It has no purity to it. But the Holy Spirit within you is completely perfect and cannot be changed. It is of God. So God bless you. Until next time, bye-bye.